Okay. So are we ready so far?
Uh,
I'm ready.
Is that a yes or a no?
hell no.
Well,
Day.
And then let's see. I am going to use.
Well, this is going to be a really. Damn. This is going to be a really shitty stream video because I just realized that my fucking my volume's been muted this whole time.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Well, fuck. This is going to be a fun stream. At least the first half of it been muted this entire time. That's great.
The cistern's about 3 feet high, yeah? Is that what you said, or is the water about 3 feet deep?
The water's about 3 feet deep. 3 feet
Oh.
deep. The cistern itself is like 3.5 to hold the water.
Oh, okay. Well, I will use my bonus action to hide by just kind of slinking down low to reload my crossbow.
Okay. Works well enough. All right, Lunk. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Like, cause holy fuck, that would have been bad going through this whole video and not having any audio.
Looks like my best bet, unfortunately, because from what I can see, tiny room is to kind of just take that one step forward, and I'm gonna stab at this guy back here.
Okay. And remember, with 5th edition, you can move, attack, and then move again.
Oh, that is correct. Dopeness. Okay, cool.
And I love you. Thank you.
This one, since I know there's 2 of them in there. I'm just gonna regular 14 to hit.
14 just hits.
Ooh, nice. Didn't need no reckless attack. 7 plus 2 for my rage. 9 damage.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of move. I want to try to move like right here, but in a way that it wouldn't provoke an attack from this guy, if you know what I mean.
Okay. As you move in, you notice that the one in the corner, or kind of hiding, he has a crossbow. So, and he does kind of, or he doesn't even make an attempt. However, the one that you have to cross directly through, that is going to be a 16 to hit.
Yep, beats it.
All right, 4 damage. All right. I mean, realistically, we could play any time that you guys want to.
And then I only have 1 attack. I moved. Okay, this is gonna be a little odd, but can I use essentially my free interact with an object action to grab the blanket/sheet from this bedding and try to throw it at or over said man right here?
So you do get a free use object. However, I would say for that purpose, I would have to put it at like either an action or a bonus action. But you could for sure.
You have a bonus action free, so
roll with it as a bonus.
Okay. What kind of roll do you need for that? Because I understand this is highly
It'd be a contested athletics check.
Okay. Oh, awesome.
You'll be at advantage too because you're raging, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah,
he would be.
Hell yeah.
Okay, 21. You just drape it over his head.
Yeah. I'm not intentionally like trying to grapple him with it over his head. I just want to put it over his head and at least stun him for a round or 2 or whatever. You know what I mean?
So it's not gonna stun him. it is gonna just temporarily like blind him. But he is gonna, seeing as it is just a blanket, he's gonna, or on his turn he'll be able, or he should be able to pull it off. But that's gonna ruin part of his
Yeah,
turn.
I was going to say, but he'll still have to. That was my intention. And then, hopefully before he takes his move or does anything we don't like, hoping somebody can like come in and stop him. I don't know, but
Right.
we'll see.
Okay. This guy's
And then
dead.
that will have to end my turn.
This guy. Or okay.
Ah!
All right.
Something just moved through a wall. It's a ghost.
Fuck! He just materialized next to the storm.
Yeah, I'm having to deal with doorways now. So, and get your mind out of the gutter, Kaylee. There's a chair underneath that one.
Oh, I didn't see the chair.
God. Guard watch.
Jeez.
All right, Ruffian 3, he's going, or which is the one you threw the blanket over. Well, first he's going to use his action to make a swipe at you at disadvantage, if he can't see. Oh wow, okay. Disadvantage is still going to be a 16.
Meets it, beats it.
So one strike at with the short sword. All right, so that's only 3 points of damage, and he felt, or having felt the contact with his blade, he's going to try again.
Does that,
And-
I can't remember with 5e, does it work like 3.5, you round down, so 1 or 2?
You round up.
Oh, 5e rounds up, so I will take
Yeah.
2 damage. Interesting. I did not know, so felt fair to ask before I just took 1 damage like a cheater.
It wouldn't be cheating; it just not be knowing. But it's the second strike is still at disadvantage. Would be a 15.
Parry it with the lance.
Perfect. All right. And using his bonus action, he's gonna rip that towel or his sheet off of his head and look at you very freaking angrily. Storm.
Amused at my own antics. I will chuckle slightly.
Roll for chuckle.
Roll for
Seeing this
chuckling.
guy move into the room suddenly, she's gonna go, "Oh fuck! We've got another friend." And she's going to step up, draw her rapier, and attack.
Okay. Let me see that attack roll.
That's a natural 18 on the die. Let me see what my modifier is.
I think it's like +5.
It is.
Wow, the DM knows your character better than you.
I haven't really used it.
So, yeah, that's definitely gonna hit.
Um, 6 damage.
Even 6 damage. Okay, so he steps into the room and you step up to him and impale him partially with your rapier, and he's, you see the blood start to kind of bleed through his already red cloak. That brings us to Nidus. Finally pulling your head out of your little work of tinkering.
I guess they're fighting up ahead. Guess I should help out. 10, 15, 20. Huh. There's just a wall here. Guess
It's
I'm
pushed
lost.
open.
Oh yeah, let me fix the lighting again. Are you able to? Well, here, I'll do it this way.
That'd be hilarious. He walks up to a blank wall and he's like, "Where the fuck did everybody go?"
Oh, it got pushed open. Can you see through now?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so the stone wall has been pushed open like wide. you can see as you enter, you got Valera right next to you, and you look towards where the stone wall is, and that barrel that sits beside or is partially crunched.
Mm-hmm. Huh. You guys have been busy in here. Guess I should lend a hand. Take a shot at the red brand in my vision and shoot him.
Okay.
Oh god, the windstorm.
No guarantees. Let me
Hey,
do it.
be glad he's using a gun. Misfire at natural 1, or natural 1 just means misfire.
Kyle, I can't roll attacks at my sheet anymore.
Why?
I don't know. It's like it's in a read-only mode and doesn't let me do anything to it.
Is it?
Weird.
Your actual character sheet?
Yeah. I know my numbers. I'll just shoot it. We can assume it's a miss at an 8. In fact, if we're using that ruling me and you set up, we can say my gun jammed just now.
Oof. Yeah, that went through for me. I'll take a look at your sheet.
I mean, it's fine. I know my numbers. I could just put it into the dice thrower.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that is a misfire.
Alright, my gun's jammed.
Nice.
All right. Numo.
Did you see my message?
No.
Just say yes.
Sure.
Awesome. So I'm gonna scamper on this way. And I'm gonna see some friends. And you guys don't see me yet, but you're gonna see all of a sudden, almost out of nowhere, a humanoid pop in. He's gonna look at you guys and be like, I'll explain later. I'm a friend. And instantly turn into a giant spider. Or a direwolf.
Giant spider.
Which one do you want?
Direwolf.
What the fuck? Are you all seeing what I'm seeing?
I believe we all saw that.
And let's see. Hold on.
Unfortunately, Lunk's not in there. Sad.
He just hears Storm screaming though.
And he's going to face the place
Where's-
that he came from and growl. Defensively. Doggos do.
Okay, you should have access to your token, or to that token
I
now.
do. You want me to get rid of the other one?
Yeah. Right? Okay.
Alright. He's posted up, looking towards this way.
Okay. This guy, Ruffian 2, or right across from you, Lunk, is going to pull out his crossbow and take a shot. So close quarters. Ugh, it just clinks right above your head. And that's going to be it for him because he's kind of trapped in there. Lyra.
Everything comes. I'm so sorry.
There you go. I hydrated. I put the liquid in my
He
mouth.
looks at the new guy, the new bad one. And again, she's gonna cast Vicious Mockery. Just be like, of course in Infernal, always an infernal. And she's just gonna be like, "You'd look better in a different robe, you know." And then no.
That's 18 minus 1.
Oh.
So 17. He again just kind of looks at you like, what?
By this point, she's just there. She's just pouting, just in the corner.
It might help if they knew what you were saying.
So we got you have a movement and bonus left.
No. I mean, I guess she could. How many? Hold on.
You should have 30 feet.
I'm trying to figure out how many those two that I just took were.
5,
Uh,
10.
so could she potentially just like go straight up to him?
Yeah, because moving through a party member is no issue.
Oh. Hold on. I think.
Yes, it's very clinky in here.
Yeah, that's all she's gonna do. She's just gonna be
Clinky.
gonna just glare at him.
Okay. This boy will move up and take 2 strikes at the wolf.
Right.
That is
Is
going
he
to
questioning how a wolf got there?
be a little bit. He's confused, but a wolf is a wolf. 22 and an 8 to hit.
8 does not hit.
Okay. That is 4 damage.
Got it. And technically, he would be a large beast, by the way. But I'm good with this.
Burdane. Burbdane.
Numo got removed from the turn order when he took out his token.
Ah, poop.
What was your initiative number again?
I want to say it was 15.
I will tell
Maybe
you
it was
one
lower.
second. 15. Good job.
Burdane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait on you. Fix that little issue. Okay. Well, I am going to drop the pouch back into the water. Handle that later. And then hop out of the pool. Right here, so I can take a whack at this brigand.
Okay. Whack away.
Uh,
11 is not going to hit.
okay. Yeah, that's good for me.
Okay. Vladius.
I'm gonna take a jump or take a few steps over. I want to say a jump, but I'm not really gonna jump over the pool. I'm gonna take a few steps over here and take a shot at the guy that is face to face with Valera.
Okay.
Moving silently, 17 to hit. Yeah.
17 will hit. And engaged, so you do get the sneak attack.
Not the best sneak attack, but still counting it a little bit extra. 9 damage as a bolt goes flying in now.
Yeah, you do hit him in a vital spot, and you see blood, like he's raising his short sword to strike at Storm and Valera, and you shoot right underneath his armpit.
Making those red robes a little more red.
All right. Anything else from you?
They had the right idea.
I believe that's all I'm going for now.
Okay, Lunk.
All right. So, I am going to take a reckless attack against this guy.
Okay.
Which, because he's within 5 feet of me, is just going to make it a regular attack.
Yes.
'Cause I'm putting advantage on a disadvantage. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
23 to hit.
23 fucking hits.
Love it. 10 damage.
Okay. So, as Burdane steps in and swings with his massive maul, the Red Brand steps back and kind of gives this cocky grin as Burdane misses, and you just drive the lance right into his neck and into, like, underneath his jaw. And you see his sword in his, short sword just clatter to the ground, and you're basically now holding his weight with your lance.
Nice.
Impaled. And Deb.
Lanced.
Was that another
Let me-
wombo combo?
Let me lance you a question.
Almost. It almost was.
Save the last lance for me. Wink.
Would it be something that I have to use like an action to get him off of
Your
my
dog.
lance, or is it just okay?
No.
I'll just kind of shake him up. You know what I mean? In combat, just kind of
Shake.
tilt downward, yank back up, essentially re-stab him in a way, if you know what I mean.
And he just slumps to the ground.
Yeah,
Deb.
polearms are gnarly weapons, if I'm being honest with you.
It was the sound effect that threw me.
Wait till you get Polearm
The sound
Master.
effect.
You've seen what Hero can do with that shit.
Oh yeah. And then
And we're done with that.
this guy, I can't really move closer to him, although. Actually,
Let me tell you.
As-
See, with the way I throw under 45-pound barbell, I could probably really fuck someone up with a real polearm.
with my interact action, when the guy threw the knife at me earlier and I blocked it with my shield, did it get stuck in my shield?
No, it clattered off.
Damn.
Now,
Never
you
mind
did
then.
take the attack action, which means you are eligible to use your bonus action to attack again. Remember that. When you take the full attack action, you can use your bonus action to attack again. It's when you use something else that you can't.
Then I'll stab at this guy this time with advantage because reckless
Reckless.
attacking.
Yep.
Go back to my actions.
Reported for NSFW.
21 to hit.
Hmm? Yeah, 21 hits. And 12
Nice.
damage.
14 with my rage damage.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Alright. How do I fix that? They're not in...
Screw that guy in particular. This is probably going to be a wombo combo again. Burdane and Lunk are just honestly a fucked up force. If this fire arena thing ever becomes real, Burdane and Lunk need to just go in there and just, alright. Who's up? Who's next? $100 gold minimum.
I feel
We
like
don't.
Burdane, Lunk, and Valera to buff them.
Oh shit.
That same strategy would work in prison too.
Oh no. Oh no.
Who's
Oh,
next?
dude, as much as I hate to say it, Lunk would probably thrive in a prison fighting environment.
He'd say some dumb shit and get shanked.
If the shank is strong enough to even work.
I don't know if that's gonna help
They nat one
Michael,
and it breaks trying to enter
but
my steel-like abs.
I have no idea how that happened. So,
What happened?
It's fine. It's an easy fix.
yeah. But, okay. Alright, sorry for the hold up. Sorry for the
You're
hold
gonna-
up. Sorry for the
You're
hold
gonna
up.
need to fix Numo in the turn order. He's like between 7 and 4 right now.
Oh yeah. All right, so we already had Lunk, so that brings us to this guy right in front of Valera. So 2 weapon attacks, one towards let's see. I miss you too, baby. I love you. Get some sleep. This one is going to be one towards Valera, one towards Storm. So towards Valera is a 15 to hit, and towards Storm is an 18 to hit.
Oof.
Yeah.
That hits, but I'm going to use my reaction to Wrath of the Storm. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so that's going to be 6 damage towards you, Valera, and then 4 damage towards Storm, and then it's a dex save.
Yeah.
That is a 9. So what happens?
He takes 2d8 lightning or thunder damage. Let's do lightning.
Okay.
So I rolled a 2 and a 5, so that's 7 lightning blamage that crackles as he strikes at Storm.
Okay. So this is very much like the opening to Legends of Vox Machina. He strikes at you with a sword, and the lightning just like crackles and bursts off of you, and all that's left is a cracked and withered shell of a man, and a slight breeze blows through the area with all the doors beginning to open up, and a draft comes through, and he just to dust.
Didn't anybody else see that?
Nope.
What?
Okay. So now it's your turn, Storm.
Oh, well.
Because that's
can I
just a
see-
reaction, right?
Yeah, that was just my reaction. Can I see this guy up here?
Not really with the stairwell that's in the way. Because on the map you can kind of see him, but there's a stairwell that rises up. And so, like, the doorway is sitting underneath that tent or that platform. So you would have to move in order to be able to get up.
Did I hear sounds of combat?
Well, yeah. You saw the wolf charge in and growl, or you saw the guy charge in and say, "Don't worry, I'm a friend," and turn around and turn into a wolf and basically start snapping.
I'm not gonna mess with that just yet. And I'm gonna move. And I'm gonna check out what's going on up here. And I'll see this guy in there. I'll peek over BB's head. Oh, one more left, huh? And I'm gonna toll the dead.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
DC.
14.
15 minus 1 is a 14, so he saved.
Mm-hmm. I was put off by how fucking cool that kill was.
All right. Nidus.
Let's see. Walk in a bit more. 20. Guess I've got a shot on that guy up top, so as I'm walking, I'll put the revolver away and pull out the crossbow.
Okay.
And I'll shoot the guy up top there with the crossbow.
So, like I said with Storm, from your perspective, you see a stairwell, so you'll have to step over just a little bit more in order to see him.
How's that? Or I can go there, whichever one you want.
Yeah, we'll say you can get to the other side of Valera.
Okay. Well, then we'll use that. Let's see. Same number to roll. Well, that's a 19 to see if I hit.
19 hits.
Right, and damage. 12.
12 damage.
Yep.
Holy shit, crossbow. Okay.
I want that crossbow.
The wolf or Mr. Wolfie, you're sitting here growling as you just got cut with the guy in front of you, and a crossbow bolt just flies in and sinks in like almost 2 inches into the shoulder of the guy in front of you.
Handled.
Okay. And then Doggy Boy. Bite, 23 hits.
Bite down. 15 piercing damage.
Good
Oh,
God.
wow.
Yeah. Gotta love
Max
Dire
damage.
Wolf bites.
Jesus.
And the DC 13 strength saving throw, if he fails it, he's knocked prone.
Well, so you bite, or he's already weak enough to where when you bite him, you sink right into the large artery in his vein or in his thigh, and he begins screaming and bleeding profusely, and you just rip and pull, and his feet slip out from underneath him, and his head clocks on this stone, and he goes completely unmoving.
I'm down with that.
Hmm.
I'm gonna take a step forward and kind of like bark at them that there's things this way. But was there? I couldn't see from where I was at if there was enemy over here, right? Let me go back. No. So, I guess before I do that, move down twice, like down the stairs.
Okay, so just to explain, the doorway that you're entering is on the first floor where everyone else is. Those stairways run up on the sides of that doorway, and there's that loft that goes up to another set of door or a stair or another stairway that goes up out. Because you remember coming down the stairs,
Yeah.
turning right.
Okay. So I go this way,
Mm-hmm.
and then I look over that way, and I kind of like bark, yip, do a head, like a lassie, and then I run back this way, and I like kind of like turn back, like
Expectantly.
come this way. Yeah,
Okay.
wagging my tail.
What's that, boy? Jimmy's stuck in a well?
Okay. This final ruffian, seeing his compadre get a lance through the throat, is going to drop his crossbow back completely up and sit himself in the chair that his friend had been sitting in before and just have his hands up.
I'm just gonna kind of, I guess, put my lance, like, point my lance at him and just kind of eye Burdane quizzically.
And so, for the purposes of this, we are out of combat.
All right.
Dancing in the ashes of our enemies.
It's so weird. Just walking all over the ashes.
I guess I pull out some rope and should I tie him up?
Might as well.
Maybe gag him too?
Okay.
Uh,
You're gonna see this.
I'll start by
direwolf
tying
look-
his hands and feet, you know what I mean? Not like
Also-
hog tying him, but
Have you
Gonna-
two noticed we have an addition?
He's gonna
to our
run back
group?
out this way. Bark again. Yip. Head nod, and then run, and then you'll see him run around the corner.
Dog's got zoomies. And John, as you step into that square that you're in,
Crap! I knew the thing. Fucking shit. Yep.
and Valera, you see this happen.
Stop moving, Valera.
Um,
Gotta move forward.
I need
love
a acrobatics check from you.
Oh,
Direwolf.
the both of us?
Are you in? Yes, need it from both of you.
I'm assuming if I don't have it on the sheet that I just roll my character's acrobatics.
It is. Dire wolves are proficient with acrobatics, so it'd be their proficiency modifier plus their dexterity. Do you see their proficiency modifier on the sheet?
Oh.
And that one from Valera. Uh-oh. Awesome.
Modifier.
First
It's
death.
probably +2. So
I'll just roll.
dexterity
it right
+2.
This is what she gets for leaving Gladius behind.
Okay. So, Numo, you begin charging through the room, and the purple tiefling quickly catches up to you and as the two of you cross over in this one section of the hallway, you, Numo, feel the stones crack and begin to shift underneath. You gather this already a bit of a loose floor, and you pull your front paws off and kind of situate yourself one square back. However, Valera, you fall, and you fall 20 feet down into a pit, taking 4 points of damage, and you are prone on the dirt floor 20 feet below.
There's nothing I could have done to try to, like, grab her on her clothes, right?
You didn't roll high enough on your dexterity that I would allow that.
Okay.
Would
Okay.
Burdane and I hear this noise?
Yeah, you would hear the cracking and crunching of loose stone. And you, by this point, you do have that ruffian tied up, and he is roughly tied, but with Lunk's extra like strength, you're sure that the knots on his hands at least are tight enough that he can't get out of them.
You're gonna hear more barking, and he's gonna be looking kind of like a puppy would look over the side.
Does that
Kinda
dog
whimpering.
know nothing about stealth?
Like patting his feet, like try. He can't get down there. He's just and no one else. The only person that actually showed up falls down a pit.
So, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
We hear that crash, so I'm making my way up the staircase and see what that loud noise is about.
She also definitely yelps, by the way. She
I'll,
was not expecting to fall.
Storm would go too.
I guess I would have the our new captive in front of me and like lead him towards the noise so that we can investigate what's going on. But I don't want to leave him unattended.
Okay. And so Burdane, as you're standing in this room watching Lunk tie him up, you notice that there are two cloaks similar to the one that Lunk is tying up. He's or draped over the bed, or like over one of the bedposts. This room is filled to the brim with more chests or more barrels and crates, among other things. Lunk, as you're hauling him through and you hear that sound of the falling stones, you hear him kind of chuckle a little bit against his bindings.
I am gonna take what I saw those extra cloaks as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take one and I'm gonna like put it on myself, but without taking any of like the animal skins I have on me and like the deer antler helmet and whatnot. I don't take any of that off. I literally just put the red cloak like on top of that.
Okay, cool. It's more like a hooded scarf kind of situation.
Oh, dope.
So like it goes around the neck and it has a hood and it kind of drapes down the side a little bit.
So not blending it at all.
Yeah.
Dope.
Could I grab? I would like to actually grab one of those red cloaks if possible.
From your position, you'd have to make your way back there.
Okay, well, I mean, either off them or off one of the bodies that I'm searching.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I just figured since I have that studded leather armor that's already got the red stuff on, I'm figuring ways to blend in a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, it's very easy to grab that one.
After that, I would make my way to the noise.
Okay. Burdane?
Our friend is staying in this room, then I'll stay in here with him. Unless he's still being escorted outside.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna escort him with me.
Okay.
Still, unless you didn't think it was pertinent to bring him out there and all of us go.
I'd like to search the room eventually, but for now, we can step outside.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd written it in emotes, but Fledius had intended to pat down bodies for coins and jewelry and things, and kind of stash bodies away. Think of like Hitman style.
So
I
it
did
was
want to grab that
Tucking bodies
pouch,
away
by the
behind
way.
barrels. Yeah, let's grab that pouch. You were grabbing that.
so Verdane, you're able to
Basically,
grab it. And Gladius, with that quick just glance, you're not able to find like coin or anything, but you are able to get the cloak off
Okay.
because everything's happened like real fast.
Just anytime that there's any bodies on the ground, Vladius is just patting them down. When we're out of combat, that's just kind of his way of handling bodies.
Right,
Is
and
they kind of stop being people and they just start being, what's on them? What can I get?
yeah, and I'm just saying like
Sure,
it's we're moving fast, so
yeah, I understand. I was just letting you know.
perfect. Gotcha.
That's something for everyone.
All right.
Um,
So
can I jump across the space?
it would be a athletics or acrobatics. Athletics is your strength modifier, and acrobatics is your.
While this is happening, Storm has lowered a rope into the pit for Valera, and she's gonna ask, Nidus dear, could you give me a hand? I don't know if I could lift her myself.
Sure, she can't weigh that much. I'll assist.
Okay. So that's going to be a strength check from one of you at advantage, or from Storm at advantage, and
Can it be
Numo.
Nidus advantage?
I'll do it at advantage.
Okay. And Numo, as you attempt to jump across, you don't get the momentum that you were needing, so you kind of like hit your chest against the lip of the thing and just fall.
Storm almost loses her grip on the rope because she starts laughing really hard.
That's going to be 3 points of fall damage, bludgeoning. And with that 20, you are able to pull Valera up.
Alright, that's one of our pit denizens out, and another one goes to take her place.
And,
Well, this one doesn't seem to have thumbs, so it might be a bit more difficult.
and,
Do I need to jump down there and tie it around his waist?
and I just want to clarify for you guys here. Let me actually put it on. Now that you guys actually stumbled across it, now I can do this. That's the size of it.
Well, in reality, I would be a bigger beast than this. Keep forgetting that. So would I trigger both of these on this side?
I mean, all 4 squares had already fallen.
Oh, okay. So it's a pit.
Yes, it is a pit.
Do you need help down there, puppy?
Perhaps you can do the magic trick and turn back to how you were before.
Oh yeah, I
Okay,
forgot
God's
about
fault.
that. I thought he was just a dog.
He's gonna hang his head dejectedly, and he's gonna just go and look up, and just instantly he's back into humanoid form. This time, different looking person than you saw when he popped out. And it's
Okay.
actually a small halfling looking female.
She kind of.
I'm confused. Weren't you a dude?
I'm also very confused, but also very intrigued. Perhaps we get them out, and then we ask questions.
Anything to help, please?
Alright,
Nidus?
get the rope back down there.
Oh, Vlad, you missed it. Val stumbled into a bit of a trap here. And you weren't there to
Oh.
save her, so she fell.
Well, it was your job to save her.
I wasn't here!
You were supposed to be.
Why did my job? You're her knight in shining armor.
I was busy killing
So was
the
I.
bird. Oh, I didn't
It's
even
fine.
notice that.
Luckily, I was there to save a damsel in distress, as usual. Now, if you'll excuse me, got another damsel to save here. Now, if you guys want to help out, that'd be nice.
This is our new friend. They were a man, and then a wolf, and now a halfling. So I'm not really sure how to address this.
Is the rope
A half
lowered in yet?
man.
Yes, it's
At
lowered.
this point, I guess Lonka would try to approach the room, see what all this commotion is about.
Man,
Okay.
half dog. That's all
Dragging
I
the guy with you.
I guess I would look at Verdane and ask if if he'd like to follow, or
I keep him here with me.
all right. Yeah, I'll leave him there with Verdane and walk over dead guy.
Okay. So it's going to be another strength check at advantage for you, Nidus, since he's able to climb himself. You just gotta hold the rope, and 10 is what you need. So
I was gonna
Easy
say, I
enough.
fall back down.
nah,
Lum catches the rope, one hand.
yeah. So you're able to get
So-
up.
As they're climbing up, in response to the thing that Storm said, they'd be like, I lead a very confusing life. Thank you. She crawls out, kind of like rolls on the ground to like get out of the pit.
Are you
As
really
I
a
was
dude or
trying
a
to
chick?
say, there are prisoners, and I'm gonna be like out of breath. They're
Trying to
prisoners,
say, we don't speak dog.
prisoners around the corner. There was, I think, one guard. I don't know if they ran out or not, but I don't know. As you can see, what traps lie ahead. Kind of made my way here, and as you saw, a small spider form.
I
Just
didn't
just
see
give me,
anything. You just appeared.
just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. She's just gonna like, kind of like lean against the wall and just be like, "Ugh, nice to meet all of you."
Yes. Who are you?
Well, I go by many names, but Numa would probably be the easiest to
Ah, I
remember.
see. Numerous names. Numa, very clever.
She'll like bow her head, a wink.
I don't like this one bit. My emotions are being played with. Are you a woman or a man? Tell me quick. If you're a man, go back down in the pit. You've got enough of those already.
Oh, ignore Nidus. I'm Storm.
She's gonna hold out a dainty little halfling hand.
Careful, I don't know if you noticed, but I disintegrated that one back there.
I didn't notice that. That seems phenomenally cool, to be honest with you.
Oh, it was. And she takes the hand and shakes it.
She's gonna kind of like pull it back, like, okay, like we're cool.
Now we've got a 10-foot gap we gotta cross.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go back in the room where Verdane's at and start looking around for something that might help me bridge that gap.
Okay, and so that brings us back to what are you doing in this little meantime, Mr. Burdane, with your host or with your captive?
Well, first I'd like to look inside that bag and see what was making that little clink noise.
Okay,
If
so
possible.
first and foremost, you notice that this bag, this leather satchel, is extremely well crafted, to the point that it's even lacquered to make the leather waterproof. And on the inside, that clinking are 2 glass vials, clattering around with some gold coins as well. And you see that they're kind of all wrapped up in an extra layer of what looks like ordinary travel clothing. But you see these 2 potions, and taking a little bit of time to guesstimate, it's about 50 gold in there.
Any idea about the potions? Or vials?
One of them is familiar to you. It's a potion of healing. You've seen these before. The other one is kind of a little outside of your purview.
What you fiddling with over there? Sergeant Big Hand.
It's
Oh,
a nice
shit.
shack.
We have prisoners.
Prisoner. Singular.
I can't hear you. You're so far away.
So, just hanging out with this new guy.
Find something to bridge a 10-foot gap, so if you'll excuse me, I'll leave you to it.
Good luck.
Would
That's
I
okay.
be able to return to the room that Bertane and I were fighting the ruffians in?
Yeah, and as you walk around the corner, you see Nidus walking in that same room.
Okay. We didn't really get a chance to look
Are you
around
gonna-
in here.
You're gonna be looking
Would like
around,
to.
Nidus?
And I'm gonna check the crates and barrels to see if there's anything useful for me.
Okay.
If not, I'll start building.
All right. So there's
I guess would I need to investigate to actually look through the barrels and boxes instead of just perceive?
yes.
Then could I possibly just take 10 for that?
You would have to take 10 minutes exactly to do that.
Yeah.
If you guys are willing to spend that time to do that, you can.
I'm not.
Okay.
Might as well
I'd like
be.
to just do an investigation in the other room myself.
I might as well be.
Numa's
Did
gonna.
the gap look big enough, like small enough that we could semi-easily leap it?
Yeah, it's 10 feet across. You could, with a running start, you figure you could get a good jump.
Okay.
Um,
Worst case scenario, somebody falls, we throw down a rope, we bring them back up.
So, Nidus, with your investigation, the thing that you, that stands out to you, is that there are, two belts along, or that were hidden underneath the cloaks that Lunk, took off of the bedposts. And they've got different satchels kind of affixed around them. So that's all that really was in here. In terms of like what's belongs to them. Vladius and Lunk looking through the rest of the room, across basically all of these barrels. Let's see, where is it? You see various, like some have salted pork, beef, flour, sugar, apples, and even ale. So
Time for lunch break, it sounds like.
Does seem to be the case. Must be their pantry. Wait for them to put beds in here. How sturdy do the bed frames look?
testing them, they're old, but the main support of the bed frame has held for some time. So
I'm gonna start removing the mattresses from the bed frames.
okay.
Lunk, help me carry these bed frames back to where we were at the pit at. And with that, I'll grab
That'd be
one
a
and start
strength
trying to
check
lug
from
it.
me. Or, I mean, it's a bed frame.
Yeah, with both yours and Nidus' strength, it's a little bit tougher for Nidus, but both of you are able to do it pretty easily.
Cool. Perfect.
So for the rest of you, that while Gladius, I've already given you what you've seen. Berdane, Storm.
And are we
Clear.
just moving that over to where the hole was, Michael?
Storm in the
For icon's
meantime
sake? Alright.
called for Val to interrogate the prisoner. Sorry, when you're doing other stuff, we tend to just talk in the chat.
Okay.
So,
So, how are you guys interrogating this one person that's left? He is gagged, remember?
Oh, let me know when you want me to remove this, Val, whenever you're ready. Or would you like to just talk at him first? Warm up.
Oh no, you can remove it now, don't worry.
Oh, okay. And I'll remove the gag, and as I do, I'll say, if you make a sound, we might have to hurt you. And she kind of, makes a meaningful glance at the dust that he's kind of standing in.
He's gonna look at you with a very, like... He's gonna look at you with a very shit-eating look and like... Then how am I supposed to answer your questions if I can't make a sound?
She means the loud ones, like call for help or, something silly like that.
Ah. Thank you for the clarification, love.
Yes, of
Oh,
course,
man,
darling, don't
you made a
worry.
sound. I might just have to... And with thaumaturgy, she's gonna make a zapping sound.
Ooh. I've seen magics worse than that before. He's gonna look down at the pile of ash. What do you want? Why are you even here? How did you get in here?
We're asking questions here.
Well, then ask them. Honestly, you're taking more time than I could possibly join my friends here.
This one really wants to die.
Please, get it over with.
Lyra's kind of just like looking back and forth between them, like.
Well, Val?
Oh, is it my turn now? Okay.
Oh, good. Can we?
And so she's very like diplomatic and like. So, I know you may want your freedom. That could be in question, but questions first, of course, of course. Anyway, how many listeners do you have here?
He's gonna kind of look back or look down at his hands that are completely bound. It's like, well, you see, I'm not very good at counting, so I'd kind of need my fingers.
Oh, you can
Vlad,
use mine. And she
Vlad-
like holds up her hands.
Vlad, I think he needs some help cooperating.
Oh. I heard something about needing his fingers?
Yeah, and for those of you that want to move down the hallway, you can make me athletics checks or acrobatics checks to get across the thing, or the pit.
Nidus and I did move
Just-
the bed frames over here.
So it will be at advantage.
Awesome.
I plan to start putting the two bed frames together to make it long enough to bridge the gap.
I was gonna
Okay,
say, do we
well,
need to, like,
if that's the
bend
plan,
them
then
together?
if that's the plan, then
Right.
just make a
Like a makeshift bridge, if you will. You know what I mean?
Nidus, just roll a. Actually, you have proficiency with Tinker's tools, right?
Sure do.
So this will
Yes.
be dexterity plus your proficiency modifier.
Although I'm not very knowledgeable about this, could Lunk somehow try to give him advantage on this? Like, aid him?
You're aiding him by changing the DC.
17.
17. Perfect. So you're able to fashion the beds in a way that you're able to. You figure you're able to get across one at a time.
All right, there's a bridge. One at a time. Don't force it. Take it easy.
Okay. So for the three of you remaining, and you guys
like
can
to
move your
roll-
tokens to that door. Sorry.
I'd like to roll an intimidation check as I sharpen some knives and say the real threat is that we're gonna let you live.
Okay.
Is
Oh,
a 24 intimidate
fuck.
him at all?
He shits his pants.
After
I'm having to
helping them
think.
get the bridge in place, I'm actually going to come back in here to basically tell the rest of the party, bridge ready, bridge good.
Okay.
How would this guy's superiors think if he's the sole survivor of having all of his friends around him killed and burned alive, except somehow he gets out unharmed completely? What would they think? Why would we let you go unharmed? You know? Doesn't make sense. I'm pretty sure that they would do a lot worse to him than we could do to him.
So with that roll, he kind of, you see his shoulders slump and his head kind of roll forward. Well, what do you want to know? You already asked about our numbers. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. There's so many that come in and out that I can't honestly tell you exactly how many that are here. I know we have some bugbears that are helping us. One annoying goblin. The weird eye monster that we just kind of ignore.
Oh, yes, we met him. He was very pleasant.
He is when you pay him.
Our new friend mentioned some prisoners. How many are there?
4.
And what did you take them for?
They pissed us off. And
What?
specifically their husband.
Oh, what did their husband do?
He said no.
Well, men, am I right? And she looks at Val.
Boy, I don't know. This guy's starting to piss me off. Can we take him with us too? Is that how that works?
Hold on, we may not need to take him with us. What were you going to do with the prisoners?
Sell them.
Oh,
Oh,
that's not fun.
no.
Slaves get a good profit around here.
Ew.
One
Ooh,
kind of laughs at
Perhaps
first
I
and
can
just,
sell
you can't
you.
sell people. Silly man.
He's gonna look up at the big lunking man and just... Wait, is he serious?
Don't
Who's
worry
gonna
about
buy
him.
people?
Oh my god, he's serious.
Oh yes, he's a darling, really.
Lunk, there are some very bad people in the world who don't see other people as people. Does that make sense?
No, these
Lunk points
people
at
were
him,
very...
"Bad man?"
We saw these as very much people. We just owned
No,
them.
you didn't, you fucking animal.
Who's the animal when you just waltzed in here and slaughtered people without understanding why?
Well, you guys have been very, very naughty. And
That
you
may
attacked
be,
us
but you
good.
didn't know that until I told you.
Can I
Well-
roll?
What were you saying?
At the conversation of hearing what separate of him thinking what. I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna do something very, very bad and Boris like. I was gonna say that I would like to cut his thumbs off to separate him from the animals. As
As
a
you-
little reminder.
As you go down to try, his hands are completely like bound and wrapped by Lunk's bindings, and you can't really get to his thumbs.
Well, we should take those off to relieve him of his humanity.
No, leave them. Maybe he'll catch a pretty price on the market.
Oh, I like where you're going with this.
Storm kind of makes like this face.
I hear something about selling people. That's
We're gonna give
pretty
him a
bad.
treat. Gonna give him a
This-
taste of his own
This guy
medicine.
sells people.
This conversation seems to have spiraled out of control.
These aren't the
Well,
9
true,
rings of
let's-
hell. We're not selling people, hellions. Get what you want out of them and let them go.
Oh.
Well, like
As
I said, let's take
things have spiraled
take
out
it-
of control.
like I said, let's take his thumbs, leave him like the animal he is.
That is also out of control.
That is
wait.
not happening. We're
No,
not
that
doing
is purely within.
Vlad, maybe
his own-
back up a step.
I just realized that there's the only two that actually grew up in the underworld. Like, this is just completely normal to them.
Anyways, where is your leader?
He's
Sir?
he's in the back.
Which way is the back? That way, just deeper in?
Technically, it's behind us
Oh,
because that's my back.
Which way are you Which way is he facing?
I'm facing the purple one. Can't you see that?
Yes, I can see that. I have eyes.
Well, congratulations.
I don't like this one. Can we capture a different one?
I don't like you either. Are you gonna kill me? Hurry up and do it.
No, we're
Oh,
gonna
one
sell
more
you.
question, actually.
We're not selling anybody! Who raised you?
Demons, obviously. Anyway, that's not
He's
the point
gonna
here.
parrot her, like, obviously.
That's not the point here. The point here is how many traps are there? I don't fancy falling again.
At this point, Lunk is just gonna look to Nidus, who seems to be the most level-headed person here, and just what we do.
Get Bourdain. He'll know what to do.
You go across the bridge, one at a time.
I just shrug and leave him there tied up with the others then.
Okay. So you're able to make your way across the bridge pretty easily. And you're
Can
faced
we put
with...
ourselves through the door to make room, or wait?
I'll get to that point in just a second.
Yeah, cool.
Traps.
No. No
Are
more.
you lying?
I don't know, am I?
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
I mean, there was already one. He just said there aren't any, so...
It's a dirty 20.
He seems to be truthful, just being an ass about it.
Is there anything else useful you can tell us for as we make our way deeper?
Bugbears are strong. Don't arm wrestle them. You'll lose.
Well, she kind of glances at her noodle arms. I don't think that'll be a problem. Nidus, do you have any questions?
No, I think we're done with them. And I'll pull one of my daggers and begin to start cutting his bindings.
He's gonna look at you in just absolute confusion.
Oh, but why can't we just take him with us?
Can I cast command on him, and can I tell him to run out of the lair?
Flee.
Link command for me real quick, just so I can read the verbiage. And while
It's
she's
just like
doing
a Mr. Nimbus move. You're just like, fight! Fuck! Flee! Who the fuck is this guy? I am Mr. Nimbus!
Okay, leave would be like command.
Okay. Yeah, leave then.
Command to affect the following money. It would. Okay, those are just typical. Okay.
A flee would pretty much work for what she wants.
Well, I
The
want him to
target
leave the
turn
lair.
moving away.
Because flee would mean he's moving away at random, but I wanted to, like, leave the lair. Like, leave.
Okay. So it's a DC 14.
Yeah.
Okay, so you begin casting the spell, and you see his eyes kind of cloud over for a moment as the spell begins to take hold, and he just kind of blinks and shakes his head real fast, and... Don't like your magic.
I don't like you.
I don't like you, to be fair.
Look, we'll make this easy. We've got what we need out of you. I'm gonna cut you free. You can go. If I see you again, we're gonna have to deal with you, so don't make me see you again.
What if he brings reinforcements?
Then we'll kill them and kill him.
That sound alright to you? She asks the brigand.
He stands up, takes off the red cloak, throws it on the ground, and walks away. Walks through Valera, up the stairs.
Can I make a check to see what his intentions are? Like, if he's actually gonna leave?
And be an insight again.
He's just going home.
That's a 21.
He's leaving.
Cool.
I'm gonna put my dagger away and look at the two tieflings, and I'll say to them in Infernal, when you're on above ground, you do as we do. You're not in hell, so quit acting like it.
Oh, but that's no fun.
I didn't understand any of that, and she's gonna walk away.
Okay, so bringing us to the hallway party. You are standing in front of a large wooden door, or two large stone doors that are open now. And Numo, you recognize this from your running through. These are, as you guys can go ahead and move your tokens in. There are three large sarcophagi that stand within this dusty crypt. And propped up against each sarcophagi is a human skeleton clad in bits of rusty mail. False columns along the walls are carved in the image of spreading oak trees, and the double doors to the southeast, which are the ones that you walk through as you're walking through, they're covered in this tarnished copper plate. The stone lid of each sarcophagus, as you get closer, is carved to depict seemingly the person that is entombed. Two human males and one human female, all seemingly of a noble bearing. And Lunk, as you begin moving through, nothing happens.
Could I investigate or perceive the sarcophagi for traps, possibly?
Looking at it, just basically, there are no traps. Actually,
I guess I just look back
real
at
quick,
Verdane and shrug. It's safe.
Lunk specifically, make me an investigation check, actually.
Investigation. All right. 12.
Okay, that's good enough. So you walk through, and as you're walking, you feel something kind of like you notice there's a small pocket on the inside of this cloak that you've donned. And pulling it out, there's a little slip of paper in that pocket. And it reads...
What is it written in?
Common.
Shit.
It's
I'm not
written...
gonna be able to read it.
It's written in Common. But the language has a different root. And that's what it said.
Kind of just staring at it for a second, trying to put a meaning to the word. I'm just gonna give up and, I guess, slightly shamefully look towards the rest of the party and hold it to them. I found this. What's it
All
say?
right, let's see what it says.
Well, Valera, as you approach to read, you see out of these fake pillars, one behind Storm, one between the other two sarcophagus, and then the other two, or the one that's behind you and Lunk, you see these bluish mists of orb, or like orb of mists, kind of poof through the wall and swirl around for a few minutes, or for a split second before they quickly descend into the sarcophagi. One each. And all of you begin hearing the clatter and clank of bone and metal as the sarcophagus lids are
Good.
forced open.
Well,
Love this.
That ruins what I was about to ask. I was actually about to ask, do we get experience from our previous battle yet? Or does, like, all experience get handed out at end of sessions? This is my first time doing a XP based, so I'm a little unsure.
So, typically, the way that I would do it for other situations is at the end of the session or at the end of the combat, depending on what we were doing the rest of the session. This
Yeah,
specifically, as it's a whole dungeon, I will give you all of the experience at the end of the dungeon.
Okay.
So you may not get it this session, you may not finish next session, but you'll be getting all of the allotted experience at the end of it.
I know what you mean. It's like in a sense, it's a sort of milestone-based XP gain. We gotta get so far to get that XP.
Okay. And so that's going to be initiative from everyone. Yeah. As
Good job, Lunk.
1, 2, 3.
Unfortunately, I'm out of rages though.
Those are cool tokens.
And Valera, you're close enough before the rattling actually happens. You were able to get a quick glance at the paper that Lunk was holding, and you do see the word that's on it. What languages do you speak?
Common, Infernal, I don't know what other ones currently.
Okay.
If it's Draconic or Dwarvish, I would understand it.
It's neither of those, and it's neither common nor infernal.
Oh wait, no, Draconic I would also only understand spoken, not written.
It's none of those 4.
Dope.
It's like you don't even care about me, Kyle.
Oh, also Abyssal.
Care about
I
who?
forgot.
Okay. All right. So,
No, I love you, John.
do we have initiative all set up in the turn order? Looks like it. So the first one to be moving is going to be Valera, as the skeleton behind you and behind Lunk and then also behind Berdane clatter out of the sarcophagi and are just kind of standing at the edge of it. Both of them, or all 3 of them, holding very, very shiny silver shields and matching swords, and however, their armor in comparison is rusted and broken.
I don't like where this is going. And then she'll draw her rapier and attack. Ooh. Does a 22 hit?
The one right behind you? It does.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Takes 5 damage.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, that's it. Well, actually... No, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Lunk.
I am going to attack the guy in front of Valera.
Okay, so kind of leaning around and taking a poke.
$15 to hit.
15 hits.
8 damage.
Okay. And as you poke him center mass with the lance, his bones just kind of separate and clatter to the ground.
Nice.
Not very hardy creatures.
Well
And
done.
then I'm going to... Boop.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, could I move... I guess either way I'm going to provoke an attack from it, so I'll just move right here, actually.
Okay.
For a second I was thinking the 5-foot step, and I was like, wait, no, it doesn't matter. 5e don't do that.
Well, as you step away from it, Lunk, and you're expecting to be attacked from behind, you see that this skeleton's eyes, or the sockets, with this like bluish glow behind it, is just staring right at Valera. It doesn't even pay attention to you.
Interesting.
All right.
Can I do anything about that? Aside to, like, tell the party, but I mean... Shit.
I mean, you can
That's
say
kinda
something to the
creepy.
party, but what do you say?
Actually, can I look at this one and see if he's doing the same thing?
He's looking at Bourdain.
Okay, Not what I thought, then. Alright, carry on.
Vladius.
I'm gonna take a shot at the one that was looking at Flair.
Okay.
This guy over here.
All right.
With my crossbow. Boy.
9 does not hit.
I believe that bolt goes flying into the dust at his feet, probably.
Okay.
It went through his open ribcage.
Right through the open rib cage. You're right. Such a good shot.
Too good.
Would I happen to go before that guy because I have a pretty high dex?
What's your dex?
17.
What's the modifier, I mean?
3.
Okay. How do you want to do this? Do you want to roll the d6 or should I?
Well, Rosie's.
Oh.
High or lows?
Hi.
He goes first.
Damn.
Yep.
How do these guys have decks? They're fucking skeletons.
That's exactly why they got the best tippy toes.
Well,
Very
technically, we're all skeletons.
Okay. So, Vladius, you're not gonna move or anything?
No, I'm just gonna remain here.
Okay, so the one standing in front of Bourdain is going to use the short sword that he has and make 2 swipes against you. First one is a 22. The second one is a 6.
1 hit.
Four damage.
Hey.
Okay. And then he's going to kind of dance around you out of the sarcophagus a little bit and then stand between you and Storm.
Well, I'm just gonna scooch along this wall here and take a little stabby stab.
Okay. Flanking advantage.
$19.
Hits.
Min damage. That'll be 4 blamage.
Okay. So you stab at him with your rapier and it kind of grazes through some of the open parts of his ribcage. Numo.
All right.
Thank you for killing the cricket. I appreciate it.
He is going to. Let me roll something real quick. He's going to look around and be like, "Don't judge me." And he's going to turn into a giant badger.
Okay.
I'm judging you.
Okay.
I'm not.
And he's going to step forward as a giant badger.
Mm-hmm.
And he has multi-attack. And so he's going to attack with a bite first. Assuming 7 doesn't hit.
It does not.
And then a claw. Yowzer.
You broke a nail.
Yeah, it scrapes across the shield, and there's a little bit of the tip of your or point of your nail that cracks. Doesn't break off, but it's cracked.
He's gonna howl out, however, giant badgers howl out in pain.
Right?
That
The
right there.
mad honey badger sound.
I'm
The
gonna need to hear
Hufflepuff in
from
me
you,
is
John.
happy.
I
The
need
Hufflepuff
the
is
video
happy.
too. I need to see you do
Oh,
it.
why is my video? I guess. Badger.
Right.
Badger,
Just because
badger,
you knew I
badger.
was a
Definitely.
Hufflepuff.
It'll be like Pokemon. I just say my race.
He's
Badger!
dead.
Badger, badger.
So I love these skeletons. I wish they were actually like higher level creatures because they got some pretty cool shit. So watch this. Apparently, this one can make, or these can make multi-attacks. First action is going to be to, seeing as it has its short sword out, it's going to throw it at Valera
Attack of opportunity?
and then pull his short bow out and fire a shot at Nidus.
Fuck.
So,
Use the fuck out of
Attack
me.
of opportunity?
let's see. You're within 10 feet, so
Melee range, and he made 2 ranged attacks.
you're right.
But you get 1 reaction.
Yeah, I can only make 1 attack, unfortunately. For now.
So that is going to be a 6 towards Valera, and then
Fucking
a
20 at me.
a 15 at Nidus.
Ooh, so close.
Hey, 21.
Does it hit or no?
Nah, AC 16.
Perfect. All right. So Lunk stabs him for a good, nice 12 piercing damage,
Yeah.
and the arrow soars past Nidus just as the sword just clatters off to the side of Valera, bringing us to Nidus.
He's a pretty good shot for someone with no eyes. I'll show him a better shot and I'll shoot at him.
21 hits.
What the fuck?
What
Max
the
damage.
fuck?
That's max damage. Sorry.
Wow, max fucking damage. Okay.
I believe
Yeah.
Kyle's about to say, tell me
How do you want to do this?
Flip it out and aim for right between the eyes. Aim to take the whole head off.
Just absolute dustifies the fucking skull.
The badger in front of you is going to shake its head with all the skull fragments.
Oh, he's too far away for you. Getting hit by skull fragments.
Oh, I thought it was the one right in front of me. Never mind.
Yeah, you were shooting at the one that shot at you, right?
That's right.
Yeah, so it'd be that one back here.
Disregard.
That's how you shoot, buddy.
I suppose
Anything
you have
else?
your own way of rating people.
I'll after that shot I'll take a step up.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Burdane.
I'm gonna take a swing at the remaining skeleton.
Okay. 17 hits.
You have advantage if you want to try for a nat 20.
That is true. You're flanking with Storm.
Alright, I'll just roll again.
Yeah, just see if you can get a nat 20.
Worse.
Okay. So, Burdane, you're expecting, like, as you swing and hit this, or hit the skeleton that's in front of you, you're expecting it to feel kind of like hitting someone that or a regular person with it, with your maul. Instead, as you come across, the bones buckle, break, and just explode in across the room. You have femurs, rib cage, head all just splattered around everywhere. And you hear the rattle and bustle of bones clatter to the ground. Perks of being vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. So that was an automatic double damage, so 26
Oh, wow.
damage.
Hey, you outdamaged me.
Watch it, baby.
Sorry.
Good bludgeoning.
Oh god damn it.
I'm saying.
How come these guys didn't wake up when you came through here initially? Oh,
That's
my
weird.
bad. I'm talking to a badger. Can't exactly talk back, can he?
It just makes chittering noises.
I'm uncomfortable. And she's gonna keep walking.
Gonna paw at the skeleton.
I think that it's cute. And then just
Oh, that note, Longcad? It's not written in Elvish, is it?
It is!
I'll go ahead and give it a whirl.
So,
My way over to this door.
not only does it have Elvish background, but this is also an Elvish word that is frequently used for arcane purposes. Roughly translates to free passage.
As I see that,
wow.
I'm gonna shout for them to stop moving further.
Yes?
Okay.
Don't take another step till I finish this note.
Oh. Ouch.
What else does it say?
That's it. It's just a single word.
Does it strike me to be a spell or something? A command word?
Yeah, it's a command word. It's a gathering the information that you've seen around you with your intelligence. You are beginning to piece together that this was the arcane word to use to keep the wisps from coming into the room and animating the skeletons. And you also gather that the skeletons really only attacked the group that wasn't wearing the red cloaks.
Surprise.
Alright, so seeing what I see here. 1, we should stop walking around and setting up traps. 2, we should all go back and grab one of those red cloaks, because that's why those skeletons were attacking. They only attack those that don't have the telltale marker on. So before we go any further, it may be smart to grab that.
Not gonna lie, I feel a little silly. That's what I thought it was at first earlier, but I thought Burdain had put one of the cloaks on too. So when that skeleton was like bogus on Burdain, I was like, okay, I guess they don't give a shit about the cloaks. But
Did you put one on, Verdane?
I'm now that I'm remembering, I don't think he did.
And
Yeah.
with that, I'll go back across my makeshift bridge and go retrieve the cloak the interrogated man dropped.
Okay.
Are you getting them for all of us?
Yeah, I'll grab you guys some.
Cool.
So you have 1, 2, and 3. Because one was burned away and the other...
Whoopsies.
Were there more in the storage room?
There was one more in the storage room because Lunk took 2.
Well, I'll retrieve that 4th one, put on 1, and then come back for the other 3, draped around my arm.
Storm will immediately grab one.
Well done.
Red is definitely my color. Don't you think? And she twirls for Val.
Oh, most definitely. You know, I don't think it's usually my colour, but for today, I'll deal with it. She also puts one on.
I'll hand another one to Burdane since I'm standing next to him. And we've got one more if whoever wants the last one.
The honey badgers are the only one left.
Well, I'm not
Just-
touching the animal, so I'll assume he's gonna want one when he's not an animal. And I'll just
Throw it on him.
Standing
on
at the
my-
door, just scratching at it.
You wanna take a step back there? Let those of us with thumbs, lead. Ah, burp!
Attack at the burb.
I'll go ahead and set forward.
Pay
and
attention to
open the
me.
door.
Okay.
Isn't that right, Pika? Said, yeah, bro.
Opening that door for you. You see, and let me get my chart back up. You see this long room is partitioned into 3 areas with iron bars walling off the north and the south. Filthy straw lines the floors of these cells and the hinged doors, which are secured by chains and padlocks. A pair of disheveled human women are held in the cell to the south, while a human boy is confined to the north. And all are dressed in these plain gray tunics and have iron collars fitted around their necks. And a heap of discarded clothing is piled carelessly against the far wall.
Well, this won't do. Go ahead and try to get the cell door open.
It is locked pretty heavily. In your investigation of the bodies, you didn't find any keys.
Thieves' tools and my proficiencies in those, would I be able to pick locks?
Oh, hell yes, you would. So for thieves' tools, it is your dexterity or it's a d20 plus dexterity plus your proficiency.
I'll give that a try as well.
Okay.
D20 plus my dexterity modifier? Yeah.
Dexterity. Yeah, it's dexterity and then proficiency. So whatever your dexterity modifier is, and then your proficiency modifier. So let me look at your sheet real quick. Gladius. Your proficiency is +2, and your dexterity modifier is +3, so it'd be a d20 plus 5.
Okay, so I just rolled.
14.
Yeah.
Okay.
14.
Almost as if it's a race, you two both get to the locks, and Gladius just barely managed to meet or beat Nidus in unlocking the cells, but they both swing, or both of the padlocks fall off, and the chains are just easily pulled away, and then the doors are able to swing open. And as you enter, the older woman to the south is kind of huddling the smaller younger one in the corner and just eyeing you guys tentatively and like staring across the room to make sure that the male across the way is still okay.
Sorry for the alarm. We're not really the red brands. We're just wearing these to sneak around. But I'll go ahead and get these collars off of you, and I'll start tinkering with those.
All right, and I'll let you know another thieves' tools, and it'll be for both of them. Both of them come off with ease. She hesitates as you get close. Still really nervous, but noticing you're coming forward with just thieves' tools or a lockpick, she presents herself, or the older presents herself first, and you unlock her neckband, and then she'll kind of keep her hands on the younger's one's shoulders as you're unlocking hers, and then quickly unlock them.
While he's doing that, can I play around with thaumaturgy and/or shape water to entertain the kid and make her relax? during this process?
So, as you attempt to, both of them, not quite on the young, or they're, both of them are about teenage age.
Okay, never mind. I wouldn't try that then. I thought it was a kid.
Okay. And as you unlock, or all of them become unlocked, and they are able to move out of the cells, the eldest.
I was gonna say, I was gonna
Thank
introduce
you.
myself and lock as well.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll another dexterity check and add +2.
Yeah, your badger friend led us here.
Gotcha. That's. I saw this. I'm not even sure who he was. He's very friendly, but
He's a
right
friendly
when
badger. Yeah.
Badger, he was a spider before.
He seems to be some sort of shapeshifter.
Yeah, we're not really sure what he is. Right now he's a badger.
She's gonna look over the honey badger that's in the room. And,
It's gonna trot in, swinging its hips, like
well,
kind of trotting in.
thank you. And then the youngest, the boy, who you know is Nars, comes running out of the cell after giving Vladius a hug or letting him go. He runs over and just starts petting the badger. You ever heard a badger purr? It's very much like a platypus. Grrr, grrr.
I can't do it.
Dumo, you're a strange one.
It'd be stranger if I turned back into a humanoid.
Oh god, I don't even want to know where he's petting.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna stay there.
Well, a lot of you are standing in this room. Burdane is still kind of hanging back. And you're standing, or where you're standing, Burdane, you see another doorway that is right to the north. And you have the three of them kind of just tentatively waiting after the Myrna has introduced herself and thanked you.
We probably shouldn't lead them out through the way we came in. What way were you brought in? I was talking to you, Numa, but you can't speak, and she's gonna turn to Myrna. Do you know how you were brought in?
Yeah, just through the doors, and from the cellar door from behind the manor.
Do you know if there are any guards that way? Would you like us to escort you?
I mean, there was only the guards that I saw here, as far as I know, and I assume from the ruckus that you guys put on before coming in here that this might be taken care of.
Well, if you're comfortable, the way should be clear then.
I would love to get out of here.
I'll escort them out. There's no way I'm letting them walk out on their own, unarmed.
Okay.
I was gonna say, we just let that one guy walk out of here after taking out all his friends with the understanding of we might kill his friend, or kill him and his friends if he comes back. I don't necessarily trust that guy, you know.
Well, Nidus, as you take her arm and she takes the kid's hands, and lead her out. You guys get to that stairwell that leads you up to the cellar entrance, and as the kids run up and take off, open the door, you see the start of evening. You guys came through here in the morning, seeing the sun begin to start to go down. Myrna is going to turn back to you and just wrap her arms around you. And this day, or these last few days, could not have gotten any worse. They killed my husband, and they capture us. But my family was raised on honor. Although we have nothing to offer as a reward or a thank you for helping. may have a little bit of information if you're interested.
Sure.
Well, when I was a girl, my family and I fled from a town that was once named something under a different name, but now goes by Thunder Tree. We fled after some undead began to rummage through the place and take over. We ran an urban alchemy shop, and I remember my father keeping a very well-lined and pristine case. It had an emerald necklace beneath it, and it was It was hidden pretty well, but if you search the storage shelves, you should be able to find it. I never dared to return to retrieve it, but it was a family heirloom. If you find your way there, you're welcome to take it as a thank you for saving us.
I'll definitely keep that in mind. We did plan on heading there, so I'll definitely take a look out for your father's alchemy shop.
Sorry, for my notes, it was hidden where?
Storage shelves.
Some bookshelves?
And storage shelves, but yeah.
Storage shelves, okay.
Now, from where we're at, about how far is it until they make it back into town proper?
10 minutes.
Okay.
Because the cellar is on the back of the building, and you just go around the building and then down the road, and you're there.
You may
Tressendar
want to
Manor was like really close.
You may want to pay a visit to the town master. He's been replaced by someone more capable, and I'm sure he'd like an update on the situation.
She's gonna. Well, it's just Nidus there right now.
Oh, I just assumed the rest of us went with him.
Mm-mm. It's just Nidus.
Oh, sorry, Storm would have gone with him, but I thought that was implied.
Mm-mm. Nope. But after giving that bit of information, she returns, or she turns back and follows her children out, leaving Nidus in the entry hall.
I'll watch them leave for a short bit, make sure there's nothing that's gonna happen, then I'll return back to the party.
Okay. Well.
Taken care of. Shall we continue?
Let's.
As I said before, there is a door in front of you, or to the north of you. There's also what looked to be a pathway from the way you came before. So you guys got a couple different options. What would you like to do?
Well, first I want to start by rummaging through these clothes on the floor, see if any of them have any insignia or anything I'd be familiar with. See if it's nobility clothes, family markings, people of professions.
The heap of clothing seems to have belonged to the various captives that have been housed over the last 2 months. At least 24 people, judging by the size of the pile.
Yes.
Damn.
We let that one just walk out the door.
Only this job would have came in earlier. Well, no use worrying about that. Let's head to one of these doors and let you guys pick.
Hey, the swords the skeletons had, were they actual silver or were they just unrusted? Unlike everything else. Because, hey, everyone else, isn't it kind of weird that skeletons, everything on them was rusted except for the swords and shields?
Well, I'll say you were able to kind of peruse the room while Nidus took care of the other one, or took care of the captives, or former captives. You notice that the shields and swords were highly decorative, but not for use.
combat.
Yeah,
just
they
like
were. They're
ornamental on the
steel.
bodies.
Yeah, they're steel, or they're iron swords, but they were coated in platinum. So you
Oh,
have
wow.
3 iron shields and 3 iron swords, effectively, but they were coated in platinum to make them shine, giving them a little extra material value, but not
Yeah. Not
Um,
actual value.
right. And then in one of the sarcophagus,
Combat use.
yeah, in the actual in the sarcophagi closest to Storm and Burdane, Burdane glancing in, you're able to see a small glint of something shiny. Reaching in and pulling it out, you find a platinum signet ring.
Is there anything notable?
In terms of iconography, it is similar to that it matches the sarcophagi. You get the idea that this was the Tressendar family crypt, and this is the Tressendar family signet ring. Probably of the head of the household.
Got you. I'll place that back down in the sarcophagus.
Okay.
I believe that Nidus took the head of the household, so I think he gets the ring. There was a 20
Not
damage
quite,
roll
Robert.
against that guy.
Put it back as it was. I'm not a grave robber.
It's disrespectful.
Well, we continue moving forward. In which direction? You have north or back the way you came?
Well, the door's already here. Let's go ahead and try north.
Okay.
If it is.
Move over
Is
and
Lunk
open
leading again? Oh, gun guy's leading. Dope. Well, I'll be behind him then.
it. Short hallway.
Yeah. And opening up into the short hallway, you see another doorway that stands slightly ajar. Let's see. Get back down to it. Yeah. You see this doorway or this short little hallway that leads to another doorway that stands slightly ajar. And moving in, you can see that this room has racks of weapons that line the walls of this chamber, include spears, swords, crossbows, bolts, and a dozen dirty red cloaks hang from hooks on the door. Seems like they were stockpiling arms and necessary things to possibly expand their numbers. And giving a good glance through the room or in the hallway, I would like you guys to all make me investigation checks. All of you.
I can't move my dude, so I gotta refresh the roll 20 thing for a second.
Okay.
Being weird.
You want me to roll?
I was trying to follow Nidus behind, but it was being weird.
You want me to just roll for you real quick?
Yeah.
Investigation plus 0.
Disadvantage.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. First one was a 19.
Oh.
Next one is an 18. Sweet.
Hey.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Gladius, you do find specifically a hand crossbow rather than a actual crossbow. It does a little less damage, you can assume. The bolts are a little smaller, but it is more wieldy. In fact, you figure you could wield 2 of them. And the way the mechanics would work for that is action to shoot one, bonus action to shoot the other, and then you would have to take an action your next turn or your movement to reload.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Nidus, Lunk, you notice it first as you're round the corner into the armory. You feel another draft come through that room. And Nidus, being or noticing where Lunk is looking, you see another one of these stone walls that is just not flush against the wall, and giving it a slight push, it swings open
Right.
into
Where's Nidus?
another chamber. I think he's under Val.
Oh,
Just-
I was like, who am I supposed to be standing behind?
Which way would that be? That to the north, south?
The swinging door is
west.
to the west. The new door that opened up would be to the east, where Valera is now standing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look through the armory and see if there's any daggers in there or anything that seems extraordinary.
Okay.
Lunk would also like to look for a decent weapon and/or shield.
Okay. So going through the whole list, you have 12 spears, 6 short swords, 4 long swords, 6 light crossbows, 2 hand crossbows, and 8 quivers holding 20 arrows or 20 crossbow bolts each. Need me to repeat that?
Nope. Nope.
Ah.
Go check out the new swinging door.
All right. So in
Did
this
I pocket how many spears did you say?
12.
12? Shit, I'll pocket like 4 of them.
Okay. At this point, you guys can pocket however much you want. So just out of what I told you, just write in your inventory and let me know after the session, and I'll say yay or nay. Okay. Let's see.
So just to clarify something,
Mhm.
after we were done with that room, we realized the sarcophagi were family markings.
Yes.
Would appear that Vladius went and took it when we weren't looking at it. So just want to resolve that. Linus doesn't know about it, but making sure you saw that he said he's taking it.
Okay. Thank you
Nice.
for that. All right. So let's move Val back here a little bit, getting a little ahead of yourself.
Just gotta go, man.
This area is the north end of a large natural cavern, but it is has been finished and dressed with stone block walls and a flagstone floor. Several barrels are stored against the walls here, along with a number of empty crates, straw for packing, hammers, pry bars, and nails. The cavern continues for some distance to the south. You all glean that this is the continuation of the cavern that you guys entered in. And you entered from the south. This is the northern edge of it. You can make out several passages that open up off the larger cavern in what looks to be a deep pit or a crevasse in the floor. And just relatively looking through kind of quickly, most of the provision of goods here aren't valuable, but lying above them are about 30 beaver pelts, you notice. The honey badger gets a little scared. Each of these pelts are... Lunk would know he usually gets about 1 to 2 gold per beaver pelt. And there's 30 of them.
Are they all in like good condition too?
Yeah. They're in actually pretty impeccable condition.
How much does like the whole stack of them weigh?
Probably about 1.5 pounds per. So there's 30 of them. It'd be what, 45 pounds?
take like half of that.
I'll go back to that armory, grab a quiver or two, empty out the arrows, and use that to try to put some pelts in.
Okay. That'll carry some. That'll lighten the load a little bit. Haphazardly shoving them into quivers. All right. Move on.
And I'll take the ones, shove those into another quiver, and hand it back to him to lighten the load.
Awesome.
Okay.
You said that was all that really stands out to us, though. Just
Mhm.
those pelts. All right. I guess I'll inch my way forward into the danger zone.
Okay. And so, like I said before, this is the same crevasse, just the other side of it that you guys entered into. And you can see that you're at the rickety bridge closest to you, but it does lead to a path that leads to the east, further in.
Quickly, are there any water skins in any of these provisioning barrels we see?
There are 5 of them.
I'm just gonna take one and drink the one I've already got.
Okay.
Then eat some of my provisions.
It's not a bad idea. Lunk will do the same.
Yeah, we might want to just take a break and see if there's any food here. As we saw before, the rapples and things.
So, short rest?
Yeah, it's a short rest and eat.
Okay. So, short rest is an hour for 5th edition.
I'm not looking to sit here that long. It's just like a 10-15 minute breather. That's it.
Okay.
Let's push on.
So, sitting down for 10-15 minutes, grabbing a quick bite to eat. You guys are starving or fighting off starvation. Make some.
We made quite the racket, so might want to keep our eyes peeled.
Not a bad idea. Speaking of eyes, I'm going to take the rest of this time. It's not going to take long to eat and drink. I'll finish the project I was working on either and craft my magical item.
I'll
Done
be
and done.
kind of standing in this doorway here, and I'll just kind of keep an eye out, keep listening and looking around.
And when I'm done, I'll pull out the newly crafted goggles and I'll place them above my head.
Okay. So, Nidus, or you all watch as Nidus quickly finishes eating, pulls out this, what looks like a half copper and leather pair of goggles. It has a slight little bird beak-ish that kind of drapes over the nose, and tinkers with them for a few minutes, and when he's satisfied, he takes them and puts them on top of his head. All right. Now, where do you guys want to go? You want to go down to the southern bridge, and that's not as rickety, or do you want to go across the rickety bridge, or say fuck all and just leave?
We could probably stand to go across the more stable bridge down there.
No point in chancing it when we know it's a good bridge not far away.
Yeah. One at a time, perhaps.
Although I don't remember there being much anything else in this area of the cave. Besides the
No.
door we shut and locked. And
Well, I believe there were some friends further down that were locked into their rooms.
yeah, I guess we can head that way.
Well, or we could ignore them since they're locked in there, and we could push forward.
Well, as the interrogated guy said, to his back was where the boss was, so it stands to reason, and that's the way we gotta go.
Was there another door down that way that you lot saw? She asks, Lunk and Glad.
Yeah, no, all the two of you saw was the one doorway that had the 3 voices of loud rumbling snoring. And then that was the door to the south, and you had the door to the north that had the rowdy, ruckety group of human voices that are all shouting and seemingly gambling and not enjoying their time.
Okay.
And as far as we know, they're all stuck in those rooms for forever.
Right, so
Oh, somebody unties the door, yeah.
we can
Unless someone unties the door from the outside, they're stuck in there.
we can go try and go this way then. Just loop all the way down and around.
As well.
Numo, the barrel that you sniffed smells very rotten, unfortunately.
Yeah, he threw up a little
How,
giant badger cat hairball.
how far down is the ravine?
That's a good question. It was a steep-sided fissure. It was about 5 to 10 feet wide, 20 feet deep.
Try to go across it.
Go across the broken bridge.
So that one is that broken bridge, the one up to the north. The southern one is the one that's safe.
Yep.
So you want to go across the broken one? So that I'll need Burdane, you're going across first in that rickety one?
No, we went all the way around.
Okay. And Lunk, you went just straight across. Okay. So dexterity saving throw, please.
I'm gonna shake my head in disbelief as I see him possibly plummet to his death.
Storm will
21.
trust.
So as you get about 3 or 4 boards out, the board underneath your feet breaks, and you reach out and grab the sides of the rope with your hands, and it feels extremely flimsy in your hands, and they just snap, causing you to swing and hit the wall, or kind of like, what I'm saying, like it breaks and it swings down, and it's however, with that dexterity save, you're able to kind of position your feet where you absorb all of the impact, and you're just left hanging on that bridge.
Oh no, Lunk.
Pull yourself up.
Yeah, what do I need to do to get up?
Oh, I mean, it'd be an athletics check at advantage or acrobatics, one or the other, seeing as you have a way to get up.
We'll do
I was just waiting on you to tell me what you
Athletico.
wanted to do, because some people want to drop. Okay. Easy enough. You're able to get up. You just kind of haul yourself up on the last remnants of the rope, and as you make your way up, the pillars that were holding the ropes just break and crumble, leaving that bridge completely useless.
Good job, Lunk. Now nobody can follow us.
Hey, speaking of ropes, looking down the stairway, do the ropes look intact on the doors that Lunk and I had tied up?
Yeah.
Alright, excellent. I feel better knowing that.
Okay.
I start leading the way down.
All right. So, as you get to this door or this hallway, you see 2 doors, one to the north, one to the south. The southern one you quickly piece together. Oh, this is the other door to the other, or to that room with the racket people. On the north is another one that's slightly ajar.
I'm gonna take a peek through the door to the north.
Okay. To the north, you see or you hear faint bubbling and dripping sounds that can be heard just outside of the room. And in this room, it appears to be what seems to be a wizard's workshop. A rat scurries across the floor and takes refuge under a large table set up in the with I don't know how to say this word. Alembics. Yeah.
It's an alchemical tool.
Okay. Retorts, distillation coils, and other alchemical devices, and all of it stewing and bubbling away. The bookshelves are crowded and with sheaves of parchment and strange-looking tomes.
Take a step to bed.
Okay. And behind you, as all of you enter, you hear the sounds of the four voices still going at it, arguing away at someone apparently cheated. Okay. And so for the sake of brevity, I'll say most of you were able to make your way into that room pretty easily. And as you move in, perception checks, please. Okay.
Just in case it has to do with smell, I have advantage. So it'd be a 13 instead of an 8.
Okay, so sniffing the air, there's a lot of alchemical solutions around, and it is putrid. Some are fruity, some are flowery, some are more fragrant than others. It's a hodgepodge of smells. Storm, Lunk, Nidus, and Vladius. The four of you hear the sound of like something just poof out of existence. And then a stone, or what almost sounds like another stone wall opening, and hurried footsteps up and away. And as you realize this, Storm, you run over to that door that is in the remaining room. And you swing it wide. Let's see. Come on. Get rid of it. There you go. And this one as well as this one. Okay. And so what you're looking into at this point is a bedchamber. And the walls of this bedchamber are covered with drapes of scarlet cloth, furnished with the furnishing includes a small writing desk with a matching chair, a comfortable-looking bed, and a wooden chest that lies at the front or at the foot of the bed. And you see at the other end of the wall, or the other end of the room, the stone wall has been opened and left ajar. It seems to lead into a stairwell, and you hear hurried footsteps make their way up. And then eventually, at some point, you hear the crackling of what seems like arcane energy, and then silence.
Guys, I just heard some strange noises, some running, some maybe magic-y things going on this way, so we may want to proceed with caution. I'm not sure, but some kind of wizard type might be in the vicinity.
It's the alchemy stuff, I'd imagine, yeah.
I want to battle with I want to take a look around the room, see if there's any open notes lying around.
Be careful for magical traps.
In the workshop or in the smaller room?
In this workshop.
Okay.
I'll investigate the smaller room.
So both of you give me investigation checks, please.
Sure, I'll do that for you.
Anyone that wants to join in, you can do as well. So, Nidus, among these books, you find several alchemical books in terms of like teaching and learning how to brew alchemical potions and concoctions. The books and notes are scattered around the room and are basic texts. You're proficient with Arcana, so you gather that the apparatus that has been set up and some of the books that are laying out easily accessed, the person that was here was attempting to brew potions of invisibility. None that have succeeded so far. Among some of these books, you find one specifically that's written in Dwarvish.
Cool, I can read Dwarvish.
Okay, so you gather
I
that
can
this...
read Dwarvish, but I'm not there.
You gather that this is the journal of an adventurer named Urmon, or Urmon, Urmon. It describes the history of the lost mind of Phandelver and the Forge of Spells. In addition, Urmon records that a magic mace named Lightbringer was commissioned by the priests of Lathander, the god of dawn, from mages working with gnomes and dwarves of the Phandelver's Pact. However, the mace apparently had been lost in the Wave Echo Cave, and its mine has vanished from history. Let's see. Among the rest of the room, you're able to find 3 small bottles that hold some decently rare regents for alchemical purposes. One that carries mercury, another that carries dragon bile, and one that is powdered nightshade.
Mercury, Dragon Bile, Nightshade.
Yes. And let's see. Storm, with your investigation along with Valera's, going through that smaller room, you're able to find various papers and notes that are stacked neatly on that desk. Mostly consisting of orders from apothecaries and alchemists in nearby settlements for materials for his workshop. You also find that the letter is signed with a symbol. It's a silhouette of a spider.
Interesting. Can I take it?
Yes. And among that, Valera, specifically, you find a handwritten note in a handwriting that's not similar to the one that you, or to the others that you, or to the requests, or the purchase requests. This one is a little bit more elegant, but seemingly taken more time to write. And it reads, Lord Albrecht, my spies in Neverwinter tell me that strangers are due to arrive in Phandalin. They could be working for the dwarves. Capture them, if you can. Kill them, if you must. But do not allow them to upset our plans. See that any dwarven maps in their possession are delivered to me with haste. I am counting on you, Arno. Do not disappoint me.
I need to look back in my notes, but isn't... What was his name? Arno... What was the last name?
Arno Albrecht. He's a wizard.
Yeah. Isn't he the guy who was missing?
Hmm.
Well, this is our ward.
Yeah, she definitely tells the party about it, or like whoever listens.
Okay.
I think Sildar might be a bit upset when he learns what happened to his friend. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like Anna wasn't missing.
You have reason to believe that? You found something in that room?
Oh yes, Valhia found a letter.
She read the letter to everyone.
He was
I
in the other
wasn't in
room.
the room.
Oh. Just get better hearing, God. Come on.
Yeah, I'm too busy reading.
uh, basically, it seems that the wizard who was missing, Yano, he may be a bad guy.
Hmm.
And maybe the one that I heard flee up those stairs, and I don't know, he could still be up there. Or else maybe left a trap. Maybe he just like used some magic to escape, but I'm not sure if we should dilly dally.
Is there a door at the stairs, or is this like just an open
Open
little?
stone.
Yeah, it's very similar
Slab.
to that stone passage that you passed through in the beginning. So you would be
I
able.
Please be
guess
careful.
could I check the threshold and like just inside for any sort of magical traps?
Yeah. Looking in, seems like just a regular staircase.
Uh,
Then I will cautiously take a step through, and hopefully, nothing happens.
can I keep
Um,
just actively perceiving for traps?
Sure. And Lunk, as you step in and make your way up the stairs, you notice that there is a light coming down the stairway. And you make your way up the stairs without any issue and to the end of that door or into the hallway, and you are peering out into that other storage chamber where you looked into the, or you found the beaver pelts. Taking another
right where
step.
we just started again.
Yeah,
Motherfucker!
and taking a step out, you see a scorch mark on the ground. Those of you proficient with arcane can make a check on it.
Before I leave this room, how heavy are those alchemical tools? Because if they're not heavy, I'm tossing them in the bag.
With the books, the supplies, all of it, I'd put it at probably a grand total of about 30 pounds. Some of the vials and things still contain liquid. Some are not stoppered, so you may have to take a second to close them off if you don't want them to spill in your bag.
Yeah, I'll be doing that.
Okay.
There it is. I was working on. I plan to finish it.
Okay. And Vladius, you made an investigation check. So you don't see, or the thing that draws your attention as you're in this room, Vladius, is the chest that sits at the foot of the bed.
I was in the same room as Nidus. I moved into this room to get closer to where everyone else.
Okay, so, and as you walk in, you see that chest.
Chest.
Yeah, and bending down, it is locked. But those, did anybody make an Arcana check? Yeah.
What about half proficiency?
That's fine.
I can
You're
make an
familiar
Arcana
with-
check if nobody wants to.
Can I roll a lock? Can
Yeah.
I roll a lock quick?
Go for it.
I just add 2 to that. I'll be at 12.
Perfect. Okay. So, with the honey badger, bends down and sniffs and just, and Valera just picking it up is like, oh, that's a spell. It's on the tip of my dimension door.
So he could still be nearby?
500 feet.
I
500
should have done it.
feet?
I got 15.
But in Vladius, you are able to open the chest, and you find a lot in that chest.
Ooh.
But would we like me to go over the loot, or what do we want to do from now? I can handle this loot later if you guys want. So I can
I
keep the
think we
session.
should. 500 feet is a very long way. I may be bad at math, but I know that. There's no chance that we could, run outside and see if we can see him, is there?
You can detect magic, can't you?
If I have a night to rest.
Nope.
Well, I don't have the ability of pinpointing someone in a 500-foot radius, so it would appear he's...
Badger Man, you have any tricks that could help us? You seem pretty magical. She slaps him on his hairy back.
John?
I'm sorry. My audio clipped out.
Badger Man, you seem pretty magical. Anything that could help us? Detect magic, detect person.
Gonna shake its head no. Well, it's gonna shake its head no, and then kind of like slump its shoulders again, and pop back out into a dwarf male old guy.
What the fuck are you?
There's no time for that. And he's going to ritually cast detect magic.
Oh shit, I could do that, couldn't I?
Yeah, it doesn't use a spell slot. Yeah, you basically see the fading remnants of a magical sigil that is just the remnants of someone casting a spell and then moving forward. However, to the east of you, you get two faint blips from the room that you came from.
That's west.
West?
West?
Yeah, west.
It appears like there's something back here. He's gonna start trotting back.
BB, it's like a more handsome you. And she follows him.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the blips?
So they're in the chest that Vladius has opened and just shoveling things into his pockets.
Question, can you turn it to me? No?
But it's shoving things in his pockets as people walk in there.
Hey, dwarf! Numo. Not you, BB. I'm talking to you.
Yes.
You can turn into me?
What was that?
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'll ask later.
All right. Hey, devil boy. You have a couple things on you that might be of some value, magically speaking.
Oh, I've plenty of things on me that might be of some value.
From the loot you just grabbed.
I don't know what you're talking about. Stuff I just grabbed. Oh, all right. Yeah.
I can literally see it glowing in your pockets.
Yeah. Oh. Well, that's awkward.
Care to share with the class, Vladdy?
Well, I don't even know what I got.
Well, kind of tentatively pulling it out, you find two scrolls. Both are written on a or both have arcane language written on them. You also find a silk pouch, pretty heavy, has some heft to it, and it jingles as like containing coin, as well as a secondary leather pouch. Opening it up contains several gems, totaling 5 of an orangish red hue, two of the almost like woodland green, and then one beautiful.
And which are the things that are glowing magically?
The scrolls.
Gotcha.
I hand the scrolls off to whoever looks the most interested in those, and
Well, I think I'm the only one that can figure out what they are, so I'll give him a check with identify.
I see.
Mhm.
Scrolls are all yours. Yeah.
Right, we'll find a way to split that money later. And I'll identify the scrolls.
Okay. One of them is a scroll of charm person, and the other is a scroll of fireball.
A scroll for Devil's Tongue and a scroll for Fireball. Interesting.
Care to share with the class, Nidus?
Scroll for Charming. Scroll for Harming.
How so?
One's for Charming People. The spell Charm Person. The other one's a Fireball spell. Makes a big fireball.
I could use charm person.
Take it. I'm a little worried to let you have it, but I'm sure you won't do anything evil with it.
She winks at him.
Shudder for a moment. And the fireball, unless someone else wants to hold on to it, I can keep it here for safekeeping. Anyone could pretty much use it.
I
Nope.
think you should keep it.
Fireball would come in useful at a later time, I think. Save it for when we need it most.
No, I did find some notes here digging through the alchemical stuff. It mentions an old dwarven mine somewhere. Something about a lost mine of Phandelver. I was hoping you might know something about that, Big Hand.
Would Big Hand know anything about the lost mine of Phandelver?
Is your name Big Hand?
Yeah.
That's Sergeant Big Hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, this is Bodane Big Hand, Sergeant Big Hand, aka BB. You know, call him what you like. I
Well
don't
met.
know who else you have formally met.
Well, to answer Burdane's question, you and Nidus would probably have had the most conversations with Sildar, and by proxy, Gundren as well. And the Lost Mine of Phandelver is obviously a mine shaft that roughly about 75 to a century or 100 years ago, the original town of Phandalin, because remember it's partially ruined and some also newer structures. But that was the primary export from Phandalin, was the contents of this mine. It was very abundant in gemstones of numerous qualities, numerous types. There was also one in particular that made it very sought after, a component named residual, which is possibly or most frequently used in arcane practices. It's also very hard to come by. It was also part of an ancient dwarven, the mine was recently discovered, or recently rediscovered by Gundren, but lied dormant for 100 years. But before that, it was part of this huge dwarven civilization, where apparently some dwarves used this residuum to enhance some of their arcane abilities, which is why a certain area that connects to the mine became known as the Forge of Souls, or Spells. Forge of Spells.
And that's that.
Well, that tells us what's going on here in little old Phandelver.
Huh. Do we want to do anything about the people we locked in those rooms? Or leave them here, or take them back to town? Imagine they'd put up a fight. Would we want to come back with more people? I'm not sure. I don't think there's really a police force in Phandelver.
We'll come back for them in a week or two.
I feel like they'd be dead.
Maybe.
If they didn't manage to break out of the room and flee.
Well, in that case, we better sit on guard duty to make sure they don't break out.
How many of them were there?
You don't know exactly.
I'm asking Vlad and Monk.
They don't know exactly.
Yeah, we're unsure.
Okay.
They just heard sound. Enough people up. Walking the room.
I'm not sure we should just leave them here. What do you all think?
There may be more clues that way, so maybe worth checking out anyways.
Alright. I still can't believe that piece of shit got away.
That's my original idea in the previous rooms about poisoning their food supply.
Why would we poison perfectly good food? These people are clearly abandoning this hideout now that we found it. We could take it back to the town.
True, that's food we could give for the town.
It was probably stolen anyway.
For sure, everything here probably was.
I worry for you all.
Still.
There's so much
Suggest
murder
we
on your
keep moving.
I'm worried for Vlad. He's the one suggesting murder left and right.
They seem to do things different down in the 9 rings of hell. Cutting off thumbs, murder. But
They
anyway,
must be
let's go.
bad people.
I think
Let's
you'll
check
come to realize, Vlad, that we're a little more chill topside. You know, a little less murdery, usually.
Well, I mean, these people clearly were not good people, and you were just willing to let them walk.
Just 'cause
Bad people
someone's not
doesn't mean
good,
they deserve
kill
torture and death.
Slavers might.
Well, yes, slavers might, but
That's who these people were, and that's what my suggestion was torture and death. And you let them walk.
I'm not judge, jury, and executioner. I'm just saving the town here. If I'm able to convince them to change their ways, and that's good enough for me.
Might be a little of the 9 hells, but sometimes the easiest way to stop people from doing the wrong thing
well,
is
what about
to,
this door back here? Did we not open that one?
That's the one that you know that you can gather leads to the room with the rustling or with the gambling people.
Why are we going all the way around?
Going into the room that's locked first, right? That's the one we locked down here.
Well, it's one of the ones that were locked. There were 2 entrances.
well,
This is
if
the
we
other.
go in this way, we'll have them cornered. They won't be
Yeah.
able to go out the other door, so we might as well go on the way up here, yeah?
Fine. There's enough of us. We can split it.
Well, if you untie the one down there, it'll unlock the other door
The
too.
Yeah, so the option is just not to open that other door.
That'll be fine.
Let's take them one at a time.
Yeah, take this room and then take the other room. That way they can't open the other door for backup. You know?
I think Gray fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
It
Made it
won't
to
be-
the very end of the session.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
So again, at the bottom of the staircase here, they tied the door on the left and left the door on the right, correct?
We tied both of these doors right
Yeah,
here.
they were tied to each other.
Yeah, the
Yeah, we
handles
tied
are
the
tied
doorknobs to each other so they can't be opened, basically.
Guys, that is hilarious.
Yeah, if you
I,
stitched it.
I may
You
have
may have heard.
I may
You
have
may have
done
heard
that
about
in real life to my sisters at my house way back when I was younger.
Yeah, that's why we were suggesting going to this door up here, because you can't open one down there without opening the other,
Well,
or
like,
like unlocking it.
John, you may have heard Vladius suggest cutting off the thumbs of some slavers and think, "Oh my god, what a bad guy! This is fucking Boris 2.0." No, this was like the I've had comedic relief from Vladius where I've tied doors shut, but this was me just being like, "These are bad people. This guy's an animal. The only way to make him feel like an animal is to take him out of the human race by cutting his thumbs off."
I trust in my judgment here, so I'll undo their door tying and open this door in front of me.
okay. Well, I will reveal this area to you as the last thing we do for this session.
Let's see if I trust in the right thing or not.
And are you just opening it wide?
Yep.
Okay. So as you open this door wide, you don't see the 10. It's fine. Ignore the 10.
Nice, the floating 10.
As you open the door, you see 4 of the cloaked figures, plastered as shit, drunk as fuck, shouting around a table with cards strewn about it, coins all across it, and they all just go silent and look at Nidus. And that's what we'll call the end of this session.
Grand cloak on.
Yes,
Fucking
wearing
throw
the
a
red
spear
cloak.
now.
With the red cloak.
All right. What a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I
But
like that we're going very close.
so just for, let's see. Technically, this dungeon is done. The rest of this is residual.
Oh yeah, give us that level up, baby.
It's not going to take effect, so make sure you guys take note of the number that I'm about to give you, and you'll apply it after we leave. So once this combat is done.
Okay.
2,000 XP.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Hey.
Be enough to finish off that level.
Mm-hmm. It should get you right to edging point of level 4.
I do like to edge.
Oh god.
I need an adult.
And
I am an adult.
Are we adding the experience or not? Just taking note of it?
yeah, just take note of it. I've got it written down if you guys forget, but just take note.
Evil. You said 2,000? 2,000 even?
Yep. And just cuz of previous issues, we'll say, let's see, hold on. Oh wait. 2,000 seems too much. Let me make sure, because all of it's supposed to be divided equally. Hold on.
Damn, he's busting out the calculator. We all rich.
Yeah, hold on. I just want to make sure that I'm right on this. I'm gonna be fucking with your character real quick, Mitchell.
If you
Right.
gave us 2,000, we would be at level 4, not level 3.
Okay, yeah, then I was right. So it's 2,000 divided by...
What a tease!
7.
Yeah,
Wow.
7.
Hey, look, we all got enough to get the Almost level. Oh.
Yeah, so it's actually okay. That's my mistake. I wrote my notes wrong. It's each room.
280.
Yeah, it's more like 285. Yeah, 285. My mistake.
Makes sense.
I was thinking that's a lot.
Yeah, that's
So
what.
that will put us into level 3.
Yeah, but like I said, it's not taking effect until
Yep,
after
yep,
we
yep.
leave. But also, for the sake of other stuff, let's see. There
You guys ready to
is.
see my guy become a fucking machine.
All right, so in that satchel, or from that satchel, it would be. It would be 85 silver pieces and then
Ooh.
18 gold pieces for everyone.
Each.
Per
Each.
person. Can you repeat
Oh
that?
shit.
85
Okay,
silver.
18 gold and 85 silver.
How much was gold?
18.
We rich as hell.
But yeah. So,
I
that
was
is
for
this.
Lunk standards, he rich as hell. And then Valera's over here like, what is 18 gold a lot?
I've got more than this in my pocket.
Right?
Okay. But that is effectively the end of this session. The climactic cliffhangers of Lost Mines of Phandelver, episode 6. So hopefully next week we'll be breaking into episode 7, beginning with you guys ambushing a bunch of drunkards.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully not aggressively.
Or we could take a short rest.
We already opened the door.
Yeah, door's open.
They're drunk.
Well, yeah, and Nidus
And you
is
all are
wearing a
dressed
red
like
cloak.
threads. Yeah.
Yeah, so that may help. We'll see.
I hope Val is ready to do some deceiving.
I think Val's sleeping.
But yeah, but next time.
Don't worry. I'll be able to pull off some deception as well.
Well,
Burb's not sleeping though.
You done streaming?
oh, 1 second. Well, guys, thank you for coming out again. Everybody say goodbye.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Good night.